Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we are going to be doing an unboxing and review on none other than the man himself, Rikishi, the Big Quiche. He is coming in hot today with this greatest hits figure. And I am so excited to be able to show this one off to you guys, as well as a little backstory. I wish this figure was signed, but when I did my show back in June, the Gone Broke show that my buddy Corey runs, a big shout out to Corey, those Gone Broke shows are just getting better and better, with an array of clothing, shoes, video games, Pokemon cards, wrestling figures, exotic snacks and drinks, handmade items, and everything else under the sun, including, and especially including, the Pop Funkos. I will say, though, this event that we did was great, and unfortunately I didn't get this signed. Rikishi was live and in attendance that day, as well as some other people, Star Trek guys, Star Wars guys. A lot of people were there to do signings, and unfortunately I left this figure home that day. I bought two of these figures. I had them set, ready to go. I sold the other one right away when I set up, because obviously somebody was, there bright and early trying to buy a Rikishi item, and I was the only real vendor there for wrestling, so always a great thing as well. I don't ever really have much competition as far as having other vendors, but so as always, we sold that off right away. I sold off two more figures of Rikishi that day that were both Jakks figures. At that point, I only had one figure left of him on the stand that was a Jakks figure. I went and got that one autographed, and as fate would have it, we wound up selling that, but hopefully down the road I will be able to get this one signed by Rikishi maybe and meet him again. He was a great guy, very, very fun to talk to, and I gotta say, he seems like a very well-spoken, very nice man. It's very seldom that I meet wrestlers, not something that I do actually all too often, so he is on the very short list of guys that I've met, but a great guy, awesome to talk to, and I was extremely excited to be able to meet him and have a few minutes to sit there and talk with him. But today, guys, we're going to get right into this figure. We're going to go over it, and we are going to start off as we always do. Top left corner, we've got the Elite Collection. Top right corner, we've got Greatest Hits. Right in front of you in the big viewing window, we've got none other than the man himself, the Big Quiche. Up to the top left here, we've got the WWE symbol. Down the bottom, we've got Rikishi in not only picture, but his name being spelled out on the bottom of the package there, because you want to know who it is. You want to know who you're looking at. As we spin around to the side here, we've got Rikishi in the center, we've got Greatest Hits up top, and Elite Collection down the bottom. We spin back to the other side, we've got none other than Rikishi. Again, picture form, Elite Greatest Hits on the bottom, WWE symbol on the top. We spin around to the back here, and again, top left corner Rikishi, top right corner Greatest Hits Elite. We come over to the bottom left here, or the side left, I should say. He is from the Isle of Samoa. He comes in at 6'1", 425 pounds, and his finishing move is the Rikishi Driver. We look over to the right a little bit here. We have a picture of Rikishi himself, and looking great as always. Coming down to the left side here, career highlights, Intercontinental Champion, as well as World Tag Team Champion. Then we come down to the bottom here. We look at this little blurb here, and we are going to read that one off for you guys. The 400-plus pound Rikishi combined devastating power with the lightning-fast agility of a man half his size. And that's just when he was dancing. Once the bell rang, the fun-loving Samoan was all business. And absolutely, I think we can all agree with that. Rikishi has had some great matches over the years. He has had some great storylines, a couple of them that were not too bad, or too good, I should say, when it comes to the fact that, he did do it for The Rock. But other than that, we actually got to get down to this cross-sell here, where not only did he do it for The Rock, but The Rock did it for him by being in the same series. We've got The Rock, Rey Mysterio, we've got The Undertaker, we've got Bam Bam Bigelow, none other than the man Rikishi himself, hold on, DJ, bring that one back. The man Rikishi himself, who we are reviewing today in this video. And we've also got Jake the Snake Roberts. These figures, guys, I'll tell you, other than this Rikishi, which I bought off of eBay, I have not ever found any of the other ones, and obviously I know we're way past that time now, but never saw any of the other ones in store, and just unfortunate too, because I really did want to get most of this series. The only figures I was gonna maybe pass on is the Undertaker, just because I have one that's very similar to that, and I was debating on the Bam Bam Bigelow whether I wanted to get it or not, because he has another figure that just is recently coming out, and I've been kind of debating on what Bam Bams I'd like to get into the collection and add to the collection. So, but as we spin this one back around here, guys, we are going to do what we always do. We are going to take a quick moment of a snap of the finger, and we're going to be right back, and we will have Rikishi and all his accessories out and ready to go over. All right, guys, and we are back. And I gotta say, I actually did not even realize how much I was going to like this figure until I pulled it out. I was a little iffy about the head scan on this, like, instantly, but at the same time, you know, you really want to get yourself a Rikishi figure. You got to do what you got to do. In the package, it might maybe throw it off a little bit more than it does outside of the package. But unfortunately, head scan, still a little iffy on it, but it's definitely better once you get it out and you can kind of actually get those, you know, outer box angles that you can't really get, obviously, by just turning it inside the package. But, guys, we're going to start right off as we always do. We're going to go over these accessories. We're going to go over everything that the figure comes with, talk a little bit about it, and let you know what we think. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it here. And we've got the Rikishi robe. So this is actually pretty cool, guys. I didn't even realize like how big this thing was. Like, obviously, you know, Rikishi's a big guy. Gonna have to have some fabric to get on this man, but you know, this is really, really cool. You know, I like this a lot. It's actually really nice. Rikishi in the front there. You know, thin, as you can almost see to Rikishi through the shirt, but thin stuff here, but you know, nice. I like it a lot. Always happy to get cloth goods. And these are really nice. I like this robe a lot. This is a nice piece. I think this piece actually, yeah, it does. It slides right off. So we're going to pull that back up a little bit because I don't want that to come off there. I want that to stay on so we can put this back when we're done. But Rikishi, obviously, on the front there of that robe. Very nice. Up next, we've got the Intercontinental Championship. And this is like the third version, I think, of this IC belt that we've gotten now. We had one that was very silver. We had another one that was a little bit off, and now this one's much more gold. So, very cool. I'll be keeping this in the collection. I was originally going to throw it up on... Oh, just going to throw it on the floor, apparently. I was originally going to throw it up on MERCARI, but this is really nice. And I actually want to keep this one and, you know, put it with the rest of them. Obviously, it's a variation of the belt because the one that I originally have is actually, you guys are going to laugh, it is from the Drew McIntyre from, I think it was Elite Series 9. Was when we got like the first like IC belt, I think, from Mattel. So very cool to still have that one in my collection. Now this one, I also have one that I believe came with Ken Shamrock. So who knows? Maybe we'll throw one of those up on the MERCARI, or maybe we will hold on to all three of them. Not sure yet. But up next, we're going to get right into the Rikishi itself. And he does come with an extra set of hands inside the packaging. But as you guys know, I usually never really review hands. But this Rikishi here, looking really, really nice. A couple of things I will say about this, guys. I opened it, and the left arm, this arm here, is not moving too well. So I am not going to try to do any type of aggressive motion with it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I don't want it to break or pop. It just feels like it's, I don't know, feels like it's a little bit too stiff. So, and obviously this is going to wind up going back in the packaging after we are done with this video. So, this is hopefully going to all stay intact. But we've got Rikishi here. We've got his, you know, his, like, I don't want to call it like a Samoan, you know, type fighting skirt. I don't know what you want to exactly say. It's not the same thing as like Yokozuna. You know, it's not the same thing as like Akibono or, you know, the sumo matches, but kind of similar to that, like sumo. You know, it's, I don't know exactly what they'd want to call it. I don't even know if this has ever had a specific name. I mean, it's a belt, essentially, with some tassels coming off of it. I guess you could say that. But, you know, not like sumo wrestling, not like, not that exact style, but very cool. And, as always, very Rikishi. Something that, you know, added a little flair to his gear and his walkout. But Rikishi on the front there in red, which is really cool. I actually found a few of these on eBay. They were from the old Jax figures. I was going to order them just to have them, but, you know, at the same time, I don't think they would fit these figures. This figure, much more diameter to it than those old Jax figures, so I don't think those would fit this, but maybe something cool to add to the collection. And as well, I'm actually not going to take this off because the back is very, very tight, and I'm not sure if it will go back on the same way, so we're going to leave that on as well. Down to the knee pads and his boots here, all black, nothing on there, no, no designs, no nothing for that. And we've got his elbow pads and black wrist tape up top here. And he's also got his necklace on here, which is very nice, very cool. And obviously these heads pop on and off, so if you wanted to, you could pop this head off and take the necklace off, I guess, if that's what you like, or if you prefer it that way. But awesome Rikishi figure here. Like I said, head scan a little bit off, not exactly what I like, but, like I said, we'll probably get a couple more Rikishis down the road, hopefully another one with a maybe a little bit of a different head scan, or something different. That's all that it's got to be, just something different from this. But very cool, guys, and extremely excited to add this to the collection. Like I said, as you get a good look here. And one thing that I do want to say about this figure that is absolutely 20,000 million times over better than Jakks is when we got this figure from Jakks, when Rikishi was released from Jakks and he was in the Classic Superstars line, they had that god-awful big man torso that they used for him. And for some guys it worked. Abdullah the Butcher, it worked for. Bastion Booger, it worked for. A couple of the other guys, it worked for. But it didn't work for Rikishi. I'm so glad to see this like this. I met this man in person, and I can definitely tell you, I don't think he was bigger than Bastion Booger, and I definitely don't think he was bigger than Abdullah the Butcher as far as, the diameter of them as a human being. So that old Jakks mold, glad to see that those are done with, and that we've got Mattel doing something here, as you can see as I keep spinning this back and forth for you. But a much, much better figure, and this Rikishi is absolutely light years ahead of the Jakks Classic Superstars, and that is without a question, without debate. But guys, as always, I am going to hit you with all the fun logistics and all the fun little things that I hit you with at the end of all these videos. As always, this figure is amazing, and very happy to add Rikishi back into the collection and having him coming out in the from the Vault series as well. We'll see exactly what that is and what that entails. I think that's going to be a little bit of a different attire, or his robe is going to be different. Who knows? We'll see how that turns out and exactly what we get from that. But this figure is very cool, very excited, like I said, to add it to the collection. And now my hunt is on for not only the Elite Scotty 2 Hottie, but I've got to go back in time. I got to go to the old Jakks Titantron Live figures and see if I can get myself a nice Grand Master Sexay and put him on the roster as well, put him in the collection as well, and reunite Too Cool, because, as they do say, it is always good for you to look fly today. So, guys, as always, for Rikishi, from myself over here, if you haven't already, make sure you get over to that channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, drop me a comment below. What's your favorite Rikishi figure? What's your favorite Rikishi moment? What are they, guys? Drop them in the comments below. And as always, like I say, guys, for myself, for Matt's Wrestling Collectibles, and all the figures that you see here for Rikishi coming out of the Elite Greatest Hits, until the next video, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Stay tuned, and I will see you all in that next video.